Hi, I'm going to explain the role of the hamstrings before we get into any exercises or demonstrations. The hamstrings play a crucial role in sprinting by controlling knee movement and stabilizing the leg during running. The quadriceps and the hamstrings work in balance with the ideal strength ratio to be 1-to-1. If the hamstrings are weaker than the quads, then it can increase the risk of injury. The 1-to-1 ratio allows for optimal performance and prevents any injury risk. So during sprinting, the hamstrings also stretch eccentrically as the leg extends, this absorbing shock and decelerating the lower leg. Flexibility in the hamstrings helps with stride length, while eccentric contractions help protect against muscle strain.
A good exercise for building hamstring strength is the Romanian deadlift, or RDL, with an isometric hold. And a beneficial way to perform this movement is to have a slow eccentric phase as you're lowering the weight to the ground and flexing at the hips. Once the weight reaches about mid-shin height, hold the weight for about 2 to 3 seconds. The benefit of doing a slow eccentric phase is that there's an increased time under tension, which promotes more muscle growth, control, and flexibility. The isometric hold at the bottom of the movement is also beneficial for strengthening the hamstrings. And this is because when the hips are in deep flexion, the hamstrings are forced to contract while being lengthened. And the isometric hold engages more muscle fibers, which promotes further muscle growth and injury prevention. To perform the movement, you can use either a barbell with weight or dumbbells, and you're going to start with feet about shoulder width apart. Slowly hinge at the hips, sending your butt back and focusing on keeping the weight in your heels and your back straight with your head neutral facing the ground in front of you. And you should be holding the weight close to your legs through the entire movement.
I've got tasks to do straight leg bounds or prime times, but I know I'm at straight leg bounds. Straight leg bounds help protect your hamstrings by teaching them how to handle the same stress they face during sprints. So many famous track stars and athletes use this, but I would say it's primarily those who are doing full-on sprints. I know that Christian McCaffrey advocates for it quite heavily as he shows his off-season trainings and how he warms up before games. He likes to do this because it really helps with hamstring flexibility, power, and it helps you get ready to deal with fast, explosive movements, lowering the chance of injuries. Because obviously, if you get your hamstrings and glutes firing before you start sprinting, that's going to be way better. You're going to reduce injury, and it's more beneficial, more power output. And yeah, so I'll just give you guys a quick example of what it looks like. It's pretty simple. It's like you're about to go sprint, but instead of raising your knees and flexing, you're going to have them keep it extended, and you're kind of just going to bound like this. And you want to just really work on power, and then right when one foot hits the ground, the other one's moving. So you want to do quick and explosive work, and yeah.
This is the next hamstring exercise. We're going to be doing posterior sling hold, and that is going to be an isometric contraction of the hamstrings, which is working to strengthen the hamstrings for preventing injury, for sprinting. And isometric is important because the hamstring never fully relaxes while sprinting, so that's the strengthening part of it. But this is how it's going to look. You can either have chairs or a bench, whatever setting you do it in, it doesn't matter. You're going to have your feet up on one side, shoulders kind of like this. You're going to push your hips up and one leg up like this. Hold it for about 30 seconds.